Hello, this is Ross, and once again I'm going to try and make a bead in under 10 minutes. Today we're going to do a tie-dyed bead, what I call a tie-dyed bead. Let's get the camera turned around, set up. I'm now on a skateboard, so should be able to move the camera around a little bit more. I've updated my audio and my video, so let's bring this thing down, get everything in focus, get this started. What I've got here from top to bottom is copper green, petroleum green, turquoise, and a lapis blue. This is all COE 104 soft glass. I'm going to be applying the bead. I'm going to be applying the glass rods to the copper green. Oh, forgot the filter. Got a brand new filter. Yahoo! There we go. Should help us see through the flame a little bit. No wonder this all seems so bright. Okay, let's try that again. I'm heating up the length of the rod, and I'm going to apply the petroleum green to the rod. Add a little more heat into it. Now I'm just heating up the rod that I'm applying to the copper green rod. So I'm applying the heat to the petroleum green, just kind of pushing it onto the glass. See, just a little dab on there. Now I'm going with the turquoise. I'm going to lay that right next to the petroleum green. All of these colors are copper based. Oh. Cracked my rod a little bit. That's normal. You got to get used to that. There we go. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the lapis blue. Lapis blue might not be copper based. But the greens are. There we go. I just have the colors applied on the outside of the rod. I'm going to heat the whole thing up into a gather. I'll pull this out of the flame so you can take a look at it. I'm just heating it up, letting everything melt together. Trying to be very careful not to melt it off of the rods on either end. I'm just heating the gather in the center. I want all of my colors to melt together but not swirl up. Okay, there I have a ball suspended between the two rods. I'm going to pull it over here out to the side a little bit and pull the camera back a little bit with my knees. There we go. Now I'm just letting the temperature come out a little bit, and now I'm going to pull this out into a stringer. Nice and slow. I'm not pulling. It's like I'm stretching gum or something. Not a lot of tension until I get right to the end. Now I'm pulling a little bit, pulling it into a nice tight stringer. Now I'm going to flame cut it off on this end. I'm going to go ahead and flame cut it off on this end. There we go. Set that off to the side. Now I'm going to go ahead and make my bead base. Okay, here we go. Got the glass hot enough. Now I'm heating the rod hot enough. The mandrel, stainless steel mandrel, I want this copper green to stick to it. Just going to make your basic disc. There we go. A little bit low. There I have a disc. Change the focus on this. There we go. Now, I'm going to heat that back up a little bit since I stopped. I'm going to go ahead and add the stringer. I'm going to swirl this on. What I want, I'm letting this get a little bit sloppy because I want this to look like it's tie-dyed. So I don't want a nice regular old stringer wrap on there. So adding some swirls. Okay. Go ahead and melt that off. Let's melt it in and take a look at it. Add a little more heat. Take this out of the flame so you can look at it. Okay, I'm just melting it in. Still really lumpy, but that's okay. I want it to melt down. Let the patterns kind of merge together. I'm letting gravity shape the bead. Go over to the side so you can look at it. It's still a little bit lumpy. That's alright. I'll get it back into shape. Here we go. Last time in the flame. We're bringing out the back of the flame. I've got it shaped into the bead shape I want, and I'm just going to let the temperature wick out. One more time. I took it out of the flame a little too soon. There we go. I'm just going to let the temperature wick out so that we can take a look at this. Okay. Normally I'd throw it right in the kiln about now, but since you can't see inside the kiln, that wouldn't do any good. There you go. Tie-dyed bead. See how this looks without the too bright. There we go. Thank you, and that's all the demo for this time.